How's everyone doing today? I have a Blu-ray update with 7 pickups right here, and if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think of them, and let me know which one of these is your favorite. And I got a couple Steelbooks up here. First up is the Best Buy exclusive 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray digital copy combo pack for Avengers Infinity War, which looks frigging stunning. And I love the look for the Steelbook as well. Really nice glossy finish with Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet. There's the wraparound J card. And if you want to see behind what that looks like on the back, there you go. Just tons of cinematic, comic action awesomeness right here. I don't really love that. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the back, but there you go. I like the wraparound aspect, even though it doesn't line up perfectly. But I still dig it. I'll go ahead and take out the digital copy so you can get a look. There are the 2 discs right there. If you take the discs out, there's probably like a million unboxings on here already, but there are the different characters right there. Let me know what your favorite Marvel character is and what your favorite Marvel movie is as well. I remember reading the Infinity War, Infinity Gauntlet issues of comics back in the day when I was a kid. And they had kind of crossover ones too, and I loved that whole line. And I really would love to see Silver Surfer in here and Adam Warlock. I know they couldn't put Silver Surfer in here at the time, but Adam Warlock they could have. I know they were saying that there was originally they thought about that, but then they didn't because they have to make a whole backstory. I feel like you could have just put him in a little bit and then put him into another movie and expanded there, which they've done for many other characters. But I think it was a fun ride, really good comic book movie, just tons of characters crammed in here. I felt like this movie could have been even longer and I would have been okay with it. I was kind of wanting more from it. But a really nice transfer and design for the Steelbook. I believe this was native 4K digital intermediate. So yeah, I think it is an upgrade over the Blu-ray. I read some conflicting things, people saying it wasn't dramatic, but it's still an upgrade nonetheless. And if you're a fan of the best there is and 4K Ultra HD, you'll probably want to get this. And this is a beautiful Steelbook. Hopefully everybody got a chance to get it. I know my Best Buy usually has barely any in stock ever, so and then ordering online is kind of risky because I've received damaged Steelbooks in the past from Best Buy. So it is beautiful though. Very happy it brings back to my childhood, kind of revisiting that story. And when I was reading the comics as a kid, Cable was my favorite comic book character growing up, and I love New Mutants and X-Force and all that whole line right there. And I really like Guardians of the Galaxy too, which was a completely different cast of characters that are in the movies now. And let me know what you think about the whole James Gunn controversy going on right now too. There's a big petition to get him back. Let me know what you think of that. There's it's kind of a touchy subject, mixed thoughts right there. I was a really big fan of him back when he did Slither. That was like one of my all-time favorite horror sci-fi comedy movies. So I was definitely disheartened. I know a lot of the tweets go back 10 years ago, but there's like so many of them. I don't know, mixed feelings on it. Nobody's perfect, but as far as I know, he's never done anything like Victor Salva, who's got many chances. Roman Polanski, Woody Allen. I mean, so many. List goes on and on. But anyways, I digress. Enough of that kind of talk. Let's get into more of the movies right here. The Children of Men Steelbook, which is a beautiful Steelbook too. And this is a really good film. I haven't seen it in a while. I did see it twice when it came out. I thought it was an excellent dystopian sci-fi movie. It's set in 2027, and there's been 18 years since the last baby was born. And Clive Owen has to get this young pregnant woman out of the country, I believe. And Julianne Moore is kind of like the head of this military organization. And they're trying to race against time. It's very thrilling. Some really good bonus features there, like a lot of them it looks like too. So I love the look to that too with the baby. Again, nothing on the back. I wish that's like a missed opportunity. If you're going to do these Steelbooks, make it a complete package. It feels like a cop-out right there with nothing on the back. Take up the digital copy, and there you go. There's the disc, and right there. I think I don't really love that either, but again, I thought the front artwork was really nice, and I didn't already have it on Blu-ray, so had to get it. I've been a lot pickier with my Steelbook pickups because especially in the UK, they release like, and Canada too, but UK, Germany, a lot of these other ones, other countries, they release so many Steelbooks for just about everything nowadays, so it doesn't feel as limited as it used to. And there's so many different designs, and sometimes they release multiple ones. And like a Shout Factory, for the Scream Factory line, they release a movie on Blu-ray, then a few months later they release that same movie on a Steelbook form with different artwork, and I'm just like, so I'm tired of double, triple, quadruple dipping, and this is phenomenal artwork. I wish it was a complete package, had better interior artwork, but it has interior artwork, but I do wish it had back artwork, but that front artwork is pretty awesome, and it's a great film. Next up is The Yellowbirds, which is my third favorite movie of 2018. Really good war drama, devastating. This was like a punch in the gut at the end of the movie. I knew something dramatic and terrible was going to happen, but I didn't know to that level. It has Ty Sheridan, Alden Ehrenreich, Toni Collette, Jason Patrick, Jack Huston, and Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston is the mother of this missing young soldier right there, played by Ty Sheridan. And the lead actor right here, it's basically Brandon Bartle and Daniel Murphy are become friends in the military right here. And Alden Ehrenreich is Brandon Bartle. He comes back and he promises Jennifer Aniston to tell her like, what happened to her son. It's told a lot through flashbacks as well, and there's some beautiful cinematography here. There's a scene where Bartle comes back and he's in the water, and they kind of has like a flashback, and then you see the rest of that scene at the end of the movie, and just really good acting across the board here. Really, you know, I heard some criticism about this movie saying it's the typical kind of war drama that we see. I disagree completely. This one is, you know, it's a darker themed one. I think there's a lot of dramatic, emotional aspects here, but it's well done, and then the end, when it comes together and everything's revealed, I think, again, it's just devastating and haunting, more so than many others that I've seen of its ilk. I definitely think it's a standout. One of the best movies of 2018, in my opinion, and I think it's got some unfair criticism, and I definitely think it's worth checking out if you're into war dramas. Again, it is dark, it is depressing, it is bleak, but I love it. I thought the performances were strong across the board, and Ty Sheridan, I really like him in movies like this. And I like him in kind of like, not necessarily big blockbuster kind of ones, but ones like this where he can really shine for his dramatic acting. And let me know what your favorite movie of 2018 is so far. My top three are Annihilation, You Would Never Really Hear, and Yellowbirds at the number 3 spot. In fact, give me your top 3 like I just did. Definitely let me know what movies you think I should check out, any underrated movies. Again, I usually wait till December, really the very end of the year, to make my top 10 of the year list, because a lot of the movies that are usually on my list are movies that are limited releases or from other countries, and usually we don't get wide releases for those until the very end of the year. So yeah, there you go. Those are my top 3 of 2018 so far. Annihilation, You Were Never Really Here, and Yellowbirds. What can I say? I like dark, depressing movies, and all 3 of those are that in spades. Really enjoyed the heck out of Yellowbirds. And next up is Call Girl of Cthulhu, which is actually a re-release with new artwork. Here is the old one, which I like that artwork as well, and I really enjoyed this movie. If you like low-budget horror and low-budget horror comedy, I would highly recommend Call Girl of Cthulhu. This is from Camp Motion Pictures. And the new artwork is inspired by 70s, 80s paperback horror and VHS as well. And I grew up in the VHS era. I remember going as a kid to the VHS stores and being enthralled by the horror VHS covers. That really kind of first got me into it. And then I would sneak downstairs late at night and watch horror movies when my parents were asleep. Just kind of got more and more into it there. But definitely love this one. It's so much fun. If you like Lovecraftian themes, you'll enjoy this one. Great horror comedy. It's basically about this artist who's a virgin. He's been saving himself for somebody special, and he meets this escort, and she has a birthmark on her butt, which is the sign that she will mate with Cthulhu and bring in, you know, the end of worlds, essentially. It's basically this crazy cult right there trying to capture her, and he's basically trying to save her, and it's just crazy and ridiculous and fun, and I love this one. I would definitely recommend it. Whichever artwork you choose, you can't go wrong. It's basically all the same special features right there. There's the back, Blu-ray DVD combo pack for both. Again, I thought this was a lot of fun. One of my favorite recent low-budget horror movies, Call Girl of Cthulhu, with a new reissued artwork from Camp Motion Pictures. Next up is one from Lionsgate, which I haven't seen yet. It's an interesting storyline. It's from James Cameron Mitchell, director of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. And this is set in London, 1977, about this suburban teenager who sneaks out at night and goes to punk parties, and he meets an alien played by Elle Fanning. And it also has Nicole Kidman in here, and then Alex Sharp. And basically they fall for each other, and it's basically this rite of passage where they go to Earth. And yeah, so it's just, I guess, a alien sci-fi romance punk movie. This looks very YA, young adult, and apparently this was based on the short story from Neil Gaiman of Sandman and Death fame. So that has me somewhat intrigued as far as the writing or what it was based on. I remember reading the Sandman comics when I was a kid, so this is very different from what I imagined from the dark mind of Neil Gaiman. I'm going to give it a fair chance and check it out. If you've seen it, let me know what you think of it. And next up on 4K Ultra HD from Lionsgate is Van Wilder, National Lampoon's Van Wilder. I really enjoy the heck out of this one. Surprising 4K release, but I'm okay with it. This is so ridiculous, over the top, but I love it. And I remember first seeing Ryan Reynolds in a TV show called Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, which I loved. And I remember at that time saying, this guy should be a big star. And now he is. I think he's great in comedic roles, dramatic roles, action roles. He really shines here, and I think he was a perfect choice for Deadpool as well. But you've got a good supporting cast here with Tara Reid. You also have Cal Penn in one of his earlier roles. And I'm trying to remember, you have some other recognizable actors too. Tim Matheson is in here. I think that guy's name was Tech from The Real World. He's in here too. I remember the bulldog scene, and then there's the pooping in the wastebasket scene at the end. So many ridiculous, over-the-top, comedic, raunchy as well parts, but I thought it was just a fun time. And Ryan Reynolds does a great job basically driving force for it, but really well done and hilarious. And looking forward to revisiting and checking out the 4K release for it too. Next up is a review copy. This is Scylla and the Gatekeepers of the Arctic. And I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. It's basically about climate change and how it affects the Inuit in Greenland. The Inuit people and their way of life might be coming to an end. The weather patterns are changing, and how they hunt, and just everything. And it's basically putting a face on our climate change. Yeah, so it's very, I always enjoy stories about Inuit people, and again, the Arctic. So I've always been fascinated with the Arctic. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out. Right there, Scylla and the Gatekeepers of the Arctic. And Scylla is a term that encompasses weather, balance, consciousness, and frames a story in the world's northernmost inhabited village. So can't wait to check that out. So there you go. Those are the 7 pickups. If you've seen any of them, definitely let me know what you think of them. Leave me a comment or a video response down below. And let me know who your favorite Marvel comic book character is, what your favorite Marvel movie is. Let me know what your favorite modern sci-fi movie is. Let me know what your favorite war drama or recent war movie is. And let me know what your favorite low-budget horror movie and horror comedy movie is. I don't know what to say on this one. Is there a lot of alien or sci-fi romance movies? Let me know what your favorite of that is. Earth Girls Are Easy? I'd like to see that get a Blu-ray release. That's a fun one. Let me know what your favorite Ryan Reynolds movie is. And your favorite documentary. Why not? Leave me those comments down below. Let's get that interaction going. Let's talk movies. That's why we're here. Alright, hope everybody's doing well. Take care.